I've always had an interest in wild places and wild things. I was always the kid that was out in the woods climbing trees, digging in the ditches, chasing tadpoles and crawfish. Unfortunately, we're not children forever, and at some point you need to think about working a career, and it made sense to me to pursue a career in natural resources management. I grew up an Air Force brat. My father was a pilot, and my father's final duty assignment was here at Eglin Air Force Base. I was at Mississippi State University pursuing a degree in forestry and wildlife management. I spent a considerable amount of time here at Eglin bothering the natural resources staff to the point that they offered me a summer job. And then upon graduation, I was extended a 4-year term position. I was very fortunate to progress over the years. I've been here at the installation for almost 20 years now. I get a lot of questions about why in the world the Air Force needs a biologist. My answer is the same every time, and that is to preserve access to the land-based, the water ranges, and the airspace as well. The beginning of Eglin Air Force Base was designated the proving ground, so weapons system testing and development has been occurring here at Eglin since 1940. There are not many places in the southeastern United States that you get an opportunity to work in support of the military mission on over 500,000 acres. Just a tremendous land base. It's host to more than 19 federally listed species. We have the 5th largest black bear population. We have 17 miles of barrier island. With that barrier island come responsibilities to manage nesting sea turtles and shorebirds. We just have a broad and diverse installation in terms of natural resources. There's no doubt in my mind that I have the best job on Eglin Air Force Base. Here at the Natural Resources Branch, we're promoting compliance with all of the associated federal legislation, such as the National Environmental Policy Act, the Endangered Species Act, the Marine Mammal Protection Act. If we as natural resources managers do a poor job with compliance, the military can't do its job. When you're testing and developing hypersonic weapon systems, 500,000 acres is not very large. We are mission enablers. The military needs to focus on what it does and what it does well, and that's the test and training mission. One of the really neat success stories here at Eglin Air Force Base is the story of RCW recovery. RCW stands for Red Cockaded Woodpecker. It's actually a federally listed species. In the late 80s, there was a proposed mission on the range that we consulted with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service on. The service determined that if the military would have carried out that mission would have detrimental effect to the population here on Eglin. Over the next 25 years, with an aggressive RCW management plan, by 2009, we were actually able to achieve that goal. That was 350 breeding groups. What does that mean to a commander? It's actually pretty significant. We no longer are required to consult with the Fish and Wildlife Service anytime there's a proposed mission that might impact the woodpecker. That saves a considerable amount of time and money and keeps the mission on track. To successfully manage natural resources and potentially head off mission constraints in the future, that requires being proactive. We have one species in particular, the Gopher Tortoise, that is neither threatened or endangered at this point, but it has been petitioned and is now a candidate species. Knowing that that decision is coming, over the last 2 years, we have received nearly 2,000 Gopher Tortoises that have been released on the installation. Most of our release sites are about 100 acres, and what we'll do is we'll actually build kind of a starter burrow. We've been doing a lot of work to try and conserve and enhance the Gopher Tortoise population in an attempt to preclude the need for listing in 2023. What I thoroughly enjoy about this position is twofold. One, it's working with people and being able to work with the military directly in support of the military mission, but also working with the public. One of the things that we do besides direct mission support is provide for outdoor recreational opportunity. We're able to provide compatible outdoor recreation use on over 250,000 acres. We have more than 25,000 annual users doing things such as hunting, fishing, canoeing, mountain biking, cycling, just the whole gamut of outdoor recreational opportunities. And the fact that the military here is able to provide that on 250,000 acres, in my mind, is priceless. Having done this for almost 25 years now, looking back on the career that I've had here at Eglin Air Force Base, it's very rewarding to me to know that I've had a hand in recovery on several key species. And although I chose a career in civil service, I feel like this is about as close as you can actually get to wearing the uniform. My name is Justin Johnson, and I'm a United States Air Force civil engineer.